It's incredible. So many people have come to support me and the foundation. My friends, my family, people who have seen me go through cancer. Back home, I want to raise a lot of money for below poverty line children, for education and their treatment. For women for breast cancer. We have lots of other programs as well. And I really hope we can raise $1 million tonight. If not, we keep doing more good work. बात तो तुमने टीम इंडिया की करनी थी. हाँ बोलो.
तो क्या कहना चाहेंगे शुभमन गिल की कप्तानी में जो टीम इंडिया ने उसके बारे में?
शुभमन गिल ने कमाल की कप्तानी की है, कमाल की बैटिंग की है. आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ हिम. आई एम श्योर उनके फादर भी बहुत प्राउड हो गए जिन्होंने शुभमन पे इतनी मेहनत की है. और टेस्ट क्रिकेट की कप्तानी एक्सेप्ट करना, वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेना और ग्राउंड पे वो दिखाना. सो आई एम वेरी इम्प्रेस्ड. आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ हिम. And I really hope he goes on to make a lot of hundreds in international cricket. Last question. हाँ. Overall performance outstanding. DSP साहब मोहम्मद सिराज ने कमाल की बॉलिंग की. आकाशदीप ने कमाल की बॉलिंग की सेकंड इनिंग में. जडेजा ने कमाल की बैटिंग की. ऋषभ अच्छा खेला. वेरी इम्प्रेसिव आकाशदीप. ऑल्सो वेरी हैप्पी फॉर आकाशदीप जिनकी सिस्टर रिकवर हो गई हैं, ये रिकवर हो रही हैं कैंसर से. और मैं उसको मिलूंगा, एक बहुत बड़ी जफ्फी दूंगा.
Hi, I'm Sam B. I'm a Swarovski crystal artist. So I've created a portrait of Yuvraj Singh, of one of his most iconic poses. But it wasn't just about Yuvraj Singh on the cricket field and the runs and the trophies that he's won. It was more about his battle off the cricket field. Yeah, so like I mentioned, his battle off the cricket field was cancer. So what I actually do, I produce art using Swarovski crystals. So what you would see here behind me is a portrait of Yuvraj Singh with 100,000 Swarovski crystals, each crystal hand-placed by myself. So I first sketch onto the canvas and then I place each crystal down. What you would also see is that crystals emit energy and frequency. So what you see here is not only just crystals for their brilliance, but crystals for their energy. Yes, so tonight this piece will be auctioned for the YouWeCan Foundation. So we're hoping that we can raise as much money as possible and really make a statement.
Watched a session of the cricket in the last 2 test matches. I honestly haven't watched anything.
Followed KL as well.
I actually have. I've seen the scores.
Yeah.
I have seen the scores. I've kept up to date with the scores, but I haven't watched any cricket. I was in the middle of South Africa in the bush last week, and there was just no phone. I couldn't see anything. So I've kept the scores. I know the scores, but I haven't watched any.
So what do you make of KL and being with him during the IPL?
What do you think I make of him?
You said blowing words about him during the IPL. So what has clicked for him, and what do you think has been clicking for him?
He's absolute quality. Like he really is. As a guy, I knew him as KL the batter, and when I got the opportunity to befriend him and get really close with him over the last couple of months, it's been a wonderful journey to be able to learn so much from the modern day player. So it's not just KL. It's all of the youngsters that I spend time with, and then also on the practice days when you warm up next to a team. So you go to Lucknow and you warm up next to the Lucknow guys. Then you go to Chennai and you speak to all of these players. It's actually very, very different being a commentator as opposed to actually have skin in the game when you're sitting in the dugout. And that's what I loved. I love the ability to tap into the modern day player, into their brain, and understand how it works now in the modern day game.
What on Shubman Gill, the way he batted in the last 2 test
Yes.
matches? Does he look to have the quality to say?
But I haven't seen him bat. I haven't watched any cricket, but I'm not surprised to see his numbers. And I put my head on a block a few years ago saying that please back Shubman Gill. I said Jar Cullis started very slowly and turned out to be an absolute superstar. And I remember saying it on Star. I think we were in Vizag during the test match, and I said, please just relax, chill out, back him. And he got 100 the next day, and he just oozes quality.
And do you reckon the captain is very obvious with the first two matches, it did not seem to have affected his batting.
Right.
But do you think that with the burden of captaincy, he's going to flourish?
Let's see. Let's see. Time will tell. It's too easy. It's too quick to say.
Were you a bit surprised with the wickets, the nature of wickets on offer for the first two test matches in Edgbaston and
Not seen him, mate. Not seen him. I don't know.
Can you just talk us about your relationship with Yuvraj and how it's been as years?
Yeah, great question. Yuvraj is a very good friend of mine. I played all of my career against Yuvraj. I remember playing a one-day series back in 2006, 7, 8, somewhere around there, where Yuvraj got man of the series. I was man of the series as an England player. But the sound of his bat was just different. He was... Left-handers just look quality. Left-handers just look more stylish. And he was the most magnificent batter. When he got that man of the series in the World Cup, I think in 2007 when India won the World Cup, it didn't surprise me because of how good he was. He's a great person. Our relationship runs deep because when he was going through his toughest times and he was under treatment, I went and saw him in Delhi at his house, spent a bit of time with him because he's just a beautiful person. So for us to be able to walk the blue carpet for Yuvraj, for Jess and I to be here to be able to support him and to be so proud of him because you see his young children, his beautiful wife, and they're all here with him, supporting him. It's a very, very special occasion for Yuvraj. So I know that Jess and I are very, very happy to be here for GB.
Without Bumrah, Akashdeep and Siraj were absolutely superb. And fair play to Jadeja as well. I thought Jadeja did a job showing the last test. He was poor in the first test, but the way he came back at Edgbaston on flat pitch, not offering too much, he was outstanding as well.
Do you expect some juice on offer for the Lord's Test?
Well, I think England need a bit of juice in the pitch. England's bowling attack needs juice. I think India have proven they can bowl no matter what the conditions are. They're used to it, bowling Indian conditions. I think for England to benefit, I think we need a little bit of a normal Lord's wicket that first morning, that first day where there's a bit of juice. Archer, if he comes back into the side, Cook. And if there is a bit of juice in the pitch, I think we'll see Woakesy stay in the team too, because he's got a terrific record at Lord's.
Are you surprised with the way the Dukes has behaved?
Well, I'd rather use the Dukes than the Kookaburra. When you use the Kookaburra in England, the pitches are really flat and the bowlers do struggle. I think where England have fell a little bit flat, they've just lacked a little bit of an X factor, a little bit of pace. We haven't got bowlers who bowl that natural Yorker, that top bouncer which we saw Siraj bowl a couple of good bounces this match, and we know Bumrah is capable of the bouncer and the Yorker. I think England have lacked that X factor, and I think come Lords we might see a little bit of that. My concern is our X factor bowlers are they going to be fit enough to bowl 40 overs in a test if required?
Do you think that cricket was more than the weather that people are saying it's just not the weather? The England brand of cricket is such now that they don't have batsmen to bat in this season, or it's because of this the 100 and so much of white ball.
Well, let's be honest, we don't normally get weather like this in England, and we've had two unbelievable test matches where the weather's been hot. It looked like at Edgbaston we were going to nip around for the first couple of hours, but it didn't. Lords normally does that first 2 hours, and if you can get the opposition, if you do put them in 4 to 5 down at lunch, it's a great decision. If you don't, we've seen India, when they get in, they cash in. And Shubman Gill, Rahul, Jaiswal, they're pretty impressive batters, aren't they? And then Rishabh Pant coming in and livening it all up and empties all the hospitality boxes when he comes out. Everybody wants to watch him bat.
How would you get Shubman Gill out? What has impressed you the most about him?
Ball at the stumps. That's the first thing. As soon as he comes to the crease, you ball at the stumps. If he gets past that new ball, all good players go on and get big scores. Tendulkar did it, Dravid did it, Ponting did it, and Shubman Gill's no different to any of those. If he gets in, he cashes in.